Hi, my name's Edward,
I'm Greg.
and we're going to discuss the differences in education and between the United States and Latin American countries, specifically Cuba. This is in regards to paying for them. In Latin America, it's mainly free, especially in Cuba it is. And of course, in the U.S. model, it's all business. It's all paid. Now, we're going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of both for a few minutes. This includes things like trade schools, 13th and 14th years, and included in Cuba, not in all countries, it goes higher to that, including things like medical school and law school. So, now, as a business model, what are the advantages, do you think, of the U.S. brings?
I think the U.S. brings a good deal of interests from loans, drives the economy, and should mean a higher quality of education if you're paying for it.
Okay, that's some interesting points. The interest from loans, but what happens when the student debt gets too high and they can't pay it back?
Right. Or they can't get a job after college.
Right.
That's going to be a problem.
So,
I guess I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. That makes sense.
And also, because they're paying for it and it should be a higher quality, isn't really going to be the case, is it?
Not necessarily.
But now there could be a higher, kind of a middle ground between the two, I think.
Okay.
Like there could be state-run schools of things that need to be positions that need to be done for society to function.
Oh, so you mean like plumbers and
trade schools, right?
And
But also we also need
Okay.
lawyers too.
Oh, yes.
So,
Lawyers are pretty specific. But now, would medical school fall under that as well?
It could, yeah, I can see it.
Specialization.
Right. But so. Also,
Go ahead.
I was going to go into Cuba if you had anything to say.
No, that's fine. I was actually going to ask you what you think the advantages of Cuban education are.
Well, the first thing is that it makes for more informed citizens, and those citizens will make better choices for the country. It's also it's a way of investing in society. It's also open to all classes, so it does provide more opportunities.
So you don't
think
have
so?
to have. I mean, you don't need a scholarship to be able to go to the best schools if you
Right.
started at the bottom.
That's right.
That's cool. Okay. That's definitely a big advantage.
Now, would you say that the OUs or such a place would have any sort of obligation to learn?
I mean, you're using tax-funded money to pay for it, so there should be a certain amount that you have to give back in terms of either service or time to your community.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, and that way you're using your education as an excuse to better society. So I think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So we got it makes for a better society,
Okay.
better citizens. We make for a better society.
More opportunities,
Right.
for all classes.
More opportunities, yes. And also, they don't have massive amounts of debt. That's always good.
No, absolutely. That way they can get in and start contributing to society off the bat and not have a platform not grow off the back.
Right.
So,
So too, yeah. Also, it's not going to be like if I'm getting out of school and I'm $30,000 in debt, then I'm going to pick a job that's mainly just for paying more.
yeah,
Something
absolutely.
that's
So you can start paying
more
off that
advance.
debt. Absolutely. Rather than, a lot of the kids nowadays where, the economy's starting to come back, but it would basically be they would have to get a retail job to get started. You're not going to pay off a college loan for a retail job. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of going to school, right?
Right.
So I think I like the Cuban model a little bit more because it's, free. I mean, granted, you may get what you pay for too. So that's sort of in terms of the U.S. and Latin goes both ways, but at least you're not stuck under a cloud of debt when you get out,
Right.
regardless of the education that you
But there's still competition to ensure
Okay.
that in schools. There's not just one medical
No,
school. There's like 30 something. I mean, it's pretty impressive. So that's so that doesn't really pan out as far as the whole quality. That's going to affect quality, I think, more so than.
Well, plus you have choices too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could choose what quality you go with for free. So that's definitely a big advantage.
Yeah, I think we agree about the advantages of the Latin American model as far as.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Greg.
Sure, no problem. That helps.